Yo, how we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I just want to check a couple of things before we get started. Can you guys tell me when I play this music if it's coming through clear or if it's coming through sounding like a madness, please? Let me know if you guys can even hear what I'm talking about. Let me know. All right. How's everybody doing? Let me know if can you guys hear me? Everybody, you guys hear me? Let me know. I've been fiddling with all of my software, so I need to know you guys can hear me, please. Also, my lighting is totally screwed up, but we'll fix that later. How's everybody doing? Volume's dead. There's no volume. Okay. Okay. All right. Muffled sound. Muffled sound. Muffled sound. Oh, I didn't even hear the music. So, you let me know when you can hear me? Right, just let me know when you can hear me. Um, 'Cause this is awfully bizarre. This is awfully bizarre. Hi from the UK. So it's back but muffled. Testing 1, 2. I'm muffled man. Okay. Right. It's fine. Why are we having this problem? Let's have a look. Broadcast stream mix. That is not, yeah. Okay, desktop. Yeah, this is weird. So can hear you fine. Seems better, yeah. Can hear broken and loud. Sounds choppy like a connection issue. No, there's no connection issue. Can hear just to start. So the sound isn't fixed then, is that what you're trying to say? All right, we're gonna have to tie the hair up and get serious now. Hang on. Yeah, it's better, Ron. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. We're not looking for better. Oh God. Okay. Right, Ron's just going to go and listen to the stream himself because they're lovely people, but clearly no one knows what they're talking about. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah, I hear what you guys are saying now. I hear what you are saying. Yeah, I can hear it cuts in and out. Yeah, that is weird. Why is this happening? Is it got something to do with this filter that I put on? 1 second. Has that fixed it by any chance? Let's listen and find out. Yes. Yes. So it was the audio. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Buttery sounding. Buttery biscuit bass. All right. There we go. Now, can you hear the music that's currently playing? Can you hear the music that is currently playing? You can't hear the music. Okay. No, no, no. Okay. Okay. So if that's the case, then we are running. We're hang on a second. What we running music through system? That's running through system. And you're not hearing it because it's not picking up system. So if we go to into here, default mic is the full stream broadcast speaker is system, right? Default system. Try this. Don't do that. Okay. Do you hear it now? Can you hear that? Let me know. Yo, I'm clammy. I'm clammy boy. Yeah, you can't hear it. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Has it gone back to sounding terrible again? Still some distortion. Yeah. So why is this happening? Is there something running that I've not realized? Is it maybe Discord? Is Discord doing this? Is it WhatsApp that's doing this? Is it because I've not restarted the computer in about 3 months that it's doing this? Oh man, it is so clammy. So hope everyone's having a good evening. Sounds worse when you put your face on screen. Your mum, okay? Your mum. All right. So then, this is probably. I'm gonna have to figure out a different platform to stream on. This is just a nightmare. This StreamYard. Anyway, listen. I hope everyone is doing well. It is clammy. My lighting is totally blown out as well. Right, we can go for dark and moody. I hope everyone is doing well. How is everybody doing? It's Saturday. Everything is kind of falling apart in the UK. Over and over and over and over and over. And we're going to jump in just a few points this evening. Ron was going to test basically recording videos. Shaun's great. Yeah, Shaun's great. He's reduced his hours a little bit because he's focusing on some family stuff right now and actually enjoying life. I think he's actually went outside and touched some grass. So big shout out to Shaun and all of that. Now, we don't need that when we've got this. And yeah, so if you guys want, actually, hang on a second. Is the sound okay now? This is driving me nuts. We're gonna have to iron all of this out. This is just another day in the life of a freaking nerd. But yeah, the first thing we're going to jump into is a story on Ian Watkins. Well, ain't it a shame? Ain't it a shame? Yeah, we're going to chat about Julia's case as well. I can only talk about what's been reported in the news because people are getting seriously into a lot of trouble talking on the internet about Julia right now. And I don't fancy being one of them. So, yeah. Now, let's jump over to the wonderful world of this absolute monster. Where is it? It's here, right? So, I mean, where do we start with this guy? Ian Watkins, absolute horror of an individual. Whoa, this is really blown out. All right, we'll just have to go with that. Now, if just to sort of remind everybody of who Ian Watkins is, he is an absolute monster. Sentenced. In fact, hang on, we can't put those words on the screen. Give me a second. There we go. Excuse me. Bosh. All right. So Ian Watkins. Ian Watkins was sentenced for horrific crimes against children in December 2013. He was described by the presiding judge as having plumbed to new depths of depravity. Among other offenses, the former Lost Prophet singer admitted he had attempted to R-word an 11-month-old baby boy with help from the child's mother. and conspired with a mother to her infant daughter. Watkins had also slept with and urinated on a 16-year-old fan of the band, among a string of other similar offences. The judge specifically commented on the delight that Watkins evidently has when engaging in the most terrible offences involving tiny children. Hang on a second. Where's that picture? It's right there. Actually, if we put that one there, and then we zoom out, that looks way better. Nice one. Okay. When GCHQ was called to help the police assess the encrypted files on Watkins' computer, they found that the password he used was IFKids. Earlier this month, it was reported that 21-year-old woman whose 2-year-old daughter had been taken into care after the young mother began a relationship with Watkins, who's currently inside HMP Wakefield, serving a 35-year prison sentence. Given the nature of his crimes, it seems staggering that Watson, who is now 40, was able to begin grooming another young mother whilst in prison, according to reports on The Sun on Sunday. The woman, who has not been named, first wrote to Watkins in July 2016 saying she remained a fan of his. He wrote back saying that he loved her. She began visiting him, and although she believed him to be innocent, he eventually began asking her leading questions such as, what would you do if her young daughter came into the room during sex? Her daughter was taken into care last December, but the woman has continued to see Watkins, and in March bought an engagement ring for herself at his suggestion. Oh, I mean, this 2025 people, come on.
And his name is John C.
You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. It is just so beyond all rationale. And we're going to talk a little bit about how individuals like this have such a control. A spokesperson for the National Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Children told Vice, this is one of the country's most notorious PDFs. Could just carry on grooming someone and send sex messages about her daughter from behind the prison walls is utterly bewildering. It shows sheer contempt for the children he abused and raises serious questions about the prison's supervision of the dangerous child A. This must be investigated as a matter of urgency to ensure children are not further at risk. That report was from 8 years ago. 8 years ago is when that report's from. All right, let's jump forward in time. Oh, no, wait, that is not to do with this. It is this one. We are jumping forward now. Oh, no, sorry. We're going to talk about this lady. Because I'm pretty sure this is another example of super cool people. Former lover of PDF file Lost Prophet singer Ian Watkins took a mother later convicted alongside him to police and warned them the singer would do horrible things to their child, the court heard. Joanne Majeslik, 39, from Doncaster, claims she had repeatedly tried to report the singer to authorities over his interest in sex with young people. She told Cardiff Crown Court she took matters into her own hands after police dropped the investigation into the singer. She denies indecent images charges. What? Hang on a second. I think I'm reading the wrong thing. Okay, so yeah, this is apparently another one of his fangirls that... Okay, so she's a woman who has allegedly tried to sneak in. She claims she was looking for adult pictures and had played along with Watkins. So she is one of his lovers who was happy to delve into, a little bit of his and hers traumatic child life destruction content. Super cool people. And yeah. I don't understand what the question is, Deanna. Shaun's program. I don't know what that means, mate. I'm not Shaun, clearly. Look at my hair. All right. So if Shaun's not on the show, guess where we're gonna go with this. I'm going to assume he's not on the show. All right, that's what I'm going to assume. So shock and awe. I know. I've only been here for 5 years. All right, only been here for close to 400 and odd thousand subscribers. Okay, you know what I'm saying? No problem. I appreciate you being here. So let's jump forward to today, shall we? Boink. Let's hear it from let's let the AI do Ron's job for him. Let's go.
Murdered in jail after being stabbed in the neck in a frenzied attack by another con. The ex-Lost Profits frontman was ambushed and knifed after inmates were unlocked from their cells this morning. Police and medics raced to HMP Wakefield and the shamed singer was airlifted to hospital. But Watkins, 48, who was serving 35 years for a string of child sex offences, including the attempted rape of a baby, was hit in the jugular and could not be saved. A source said Watkins was killed in the most brutal way possible, and the attack was shocking. They added that the attacker went for his jugular in a pre-planned attack. We told in August 2023 how Watkins, who was caged in December 2013 after a court case that horrified Britain, was raced to hospital after being stabbed at Wakefield.
I guarantee you he was not raced anywhere.
On that occasion, he was grabbed by...
I guarantee you he got into the ambulance and were like, oh, how does this work again? Where does the key go?
3 other lags who attacked him and left him with neck injuries. A siege at the jail only ended when a tornado team of riot officers hurled stun grenades into the cell to free Watkins. The vile rocker, who was jailed for 35 years for 13 horrific sex offences against children, had life-saving treatment at Leeds General Infirmary. That stabbing was sparked by a row over guitar lessons and anger over jail visits from a younger girlfriend of Watkins. His 3 attackers were arrested.
Right, listen. I'm not endorsing knife crime at all, okay? But if it's going to happen, all right, then this is the way for it to happen, right? So a preordained attack, you know, you don't have to be intelligent, really, to work out that these sort of people... It's goddamn lighting. The chomos, right, don't last long. And he's had a good run for a chomo. I'm not going to lie. Like a pretty goddamn good run. All right, so now we go over to here. Okay, rocker star Ian Watkins has been murdered in jail in a brutal knife attack by another con. The S-Lost prostitute frontman was ambushed and had his, we know that, his throat was attacked. Can I just say something, right? Hang on. Is there not an argument that we can put forward that hairdos like this are a warning sign of something? I'm just putting it out there. Has any good ever come from that kind of haircut? Because I'm like, there's a lot going on here. He's hiding? Well, we know what he's hiding, and he's hiding it under his hair. It's his shame of his existence. Do you know what I'm saying? Just saying, man. Oh, Cat, I've hit a nerve with Cat, man. Oh, I've hit a nerve with Cat. Okay, listen, it's a joke. I'm just saying nobody should look like a manga cartoon in real life. Okay? It shouldn't happen. Okay? Right, let's come in. Oh, God, saying manga is just like so old school of a term. Okay, so police and medics raced, no they didn't, to the prison in Yorkshire, dubbed the Monster Mansion. But the stricken former singer could not be saved. Major diddums. Watkins, 48, who is serving 35 years for a string of horrible things, including an attempted act on a baby, is the most high-profile inmate to be killed in a UK jail in living memory. Crime Theory on Watkins. We did one, I think, mate. I think we did a Crime Theory on Watkins. But we can do a recap. If our, starstruck megastar that is John Wedger has time from his busy schedule, okay? Because the guy is killing it right now. His attacker, who justice sources said has been identified, is understood to have slashed the jugular, causing Watkins to die from blood loss. Damn. Source said Watkins is being killed for the most brutal way, in the most brutal way possible. Oh, right. Okay. So he's died from the jugular slash to the neck. maybe 4 or 5 hours of prolonged torture before that didn't quite kill him. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. He was targeted by another inmate who shanked him in the neck. Guards were nearby raced to the scene pretty quick, but they never did. Oh, nah, no, I'm not buying it. They went to say it was a horrific scene with blood everywhere and alarms and sirens going off. Damn. Hang on a second. Righty. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. And 1 second, everyone. All right, apologies about that, everybody. And now something's fallen off the wall. Fantastic. Oh, hang on a second. What? Just bear with me, everybody. Sorry about that. No, it's not. I'm doing something, mate. In fact, you know what? This is why we need music. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Awesome. There we go. We'll just see if that's actually everything now, or if there's going to be a bit of snippet. We'll find that out in a second. Vampire Badger. Nope, great, fantastic. We can crack on, everyone. Thanking you all for waiting. Please like and share. Push that out. I would very much appreciate it. So... Oh, wow. Okay, here's another one. This is The Ripper dies. Jack the Ripper copycat who stalked the streets as notorious serial killer dies in jail with victims' remains never found. I've not heard of this. Let's do this. Right, listen, I can read it myself without the music. The bloke who got his name, got his time went from... Hang on a second, Jesus. The bloke who got this time went for his... What the hell? Oh, okay, that's a different story. Brandon Monday, Ripper died at 64 for being taken to hospital from Wakefield, where he was serving a light sentence. Interesting. Brown was convicted in October 2008 for unaliving DVD seller. Oh, we're going to try it. Ziomigayo, 29. A P word Bonnie Barrett, 24. Well, was she a P word, or did she sell DVDs? Minimum term of 30 years. Damn. He denied murder but admitted paying both women for shenanigans before they disappeared. Brown found his victims in Whitechapel. Oh, Jesus Christ. In Whitechapel, echoing the infamous killer Jack the Ripper. Okay. So he hung about the same town. Okay. Like, a search for Brown's flat uncovered blood traces from both victims alongside a receipt for tools and cleaning materials. That's never a good one. Brown became unwell on 27th September and was hospitalized. He died 2 days later, just shy of his 65th birthday. Another Diddums. Big Diddums. Big Diddums. He was critical. No one cares about your freaking critical care, mate. So, pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. Excuse me. Pretty crazy that we have had Ian Watkins take... What is going on here? Tragedy is body found in search for missing mum feared murder 20 years ago. Lester mum, Mel Gorzak, disappeared on her way back from work. Listen, do you know what's mind-blowing, right? Is just how many, right? Just how many, like, people just vanish into thin air. Like, completely vanish into thin air. Scary. But, you know, when an individual like Ian Watkins gets his just desserts, however long people have had to wait, you know, one less piece of trash for us to get concerned about. How many of you are using 6G? I'm definitely not using 6G. 5G terrifies me enough. I'm just reading your guys' chat here. Okay, now give me 1 second, please. Okay, so Julia, what the frick is going on there? Because we know little friend of the channel, Julia Vandell, women who claim to be Madeleine McCann. This is from 5 days ago. Okay, so I want to go through as many articles as I can, really, with you guys just now. Women who claim to be Madeleine McCann pretended to be 2 other missing girls, court hears. A woman who allegedly claimed to be missing toddler Madeleine McCann has pretended to be 2 other girls who also vanished. The court has heard. Julia, this isn't. We're not in the right place. Hang on a second. We'll get to this one. We will get to this one. It's amazing, right? The different news outlets that use different terminology. Depending on which sort of side they're on. That is February. Okay, yeah, we can go into this one. Where's the one with the start of the trial? Hang on a second. 1 day, 17 hours. My sister. Okay. 4 days, 3 days. Hang on a second, everybody. All right, we're just going to have to come in here. I don't know what I've done. But we're just going to jump in. The 3-year-old disappeared. Hang on a second. Julia Vandell, 24, allegedly called and messaged Kate McCann, Madeleine's mother, 60 times in a day. Going to have to see some receipts on that. The 3-year-old disappeared on the 3rd of May 2007 after her parents left her asleep in their holiday apartment in the Portuguese resort of Praia da Luz. In one message, Vandel allegedly said she remembered Mrs. McCann on the night of the abduction, rubbing my head and said, "I love you, and you would find me." Today, Leicester Crown Court heard that Vandel did not limit her claims to being Madeleine, but to 2 more girls. The alleged stalker from Lubin, southwest Poland, is on trial with Karen Sprague, 61, of Cardiff. They both deny stalking Kate and Madeleine's father, Jerry McCann, causing serious alarm or distress between June 2022 and February this year. Vandel contacted charity called Missing years ago, which helps with historic missing persons cases. In January or February in 2023, the court heard. Okay. These dates coincide with Julia Vandel's assertion she was Madeleine McCann. The voicemail left on Mrs. McCann's phone was played to the jury, in which Vandel allegedly said, "You are nothing. You have nothing to lose. If I'm her, then everybody should be okay. But if I'm not, you should probably think, as you probably think, then I will leave you alone." Now, my accent is Polish because I live here. I know I look fat, and I know I'm not pretty like Madeleine was in the past, but I know what I know, and I know what I remember. Please give me a chance. I'm not a liar. I'm not crazy. I just want to know the truth. Call me or message me or whatever, please. Prosecutor Michael Duck KC told the jury on Monday the inmate, in the time between 2002 and her arrest in 2025, Julia Vandel did not limit her claims to be a missing girl to just the tragic case of Madeleine McCann's. By latter part of February 23, she had now asserted she was potentially 2 different missing girls. She added the initial contact with the charity was not to contend that she was Madeleine McCann, but rather to suggest that she was another missing girl, Inga. With that, Inga was a young girl who had disappeared in Germany, but with this Madeleine McCann, Julia Vandel was precluded from being a realistic candidate by virtue of her age and obvious differences. The jury heard that the separate occasion Vandel claimed to be another missing girl called Acacia Bishop. The trial continues. All right, let's go to the next one. One moment, please. Actually, all right, let's check this out. Now, this is yesterday. Madeleine McCann's great aunt says stalker approached her at vigil, court told. I mean, I'll be on. Oh, no. Just read what's in the news. Don't get into any legal bother. Okay? That's what's happening here, people. We're just reading the news and not getting into legal trouble. Okay? Just for anyone who's watching who may not have chose to do that, that's a real shame for you. Okay? It's crazy, right? I'm doing this for almost 10 years. Don't drag me anywhere. Morons. What are you confused about, Kat? What are you confused about, my G? Let me know, mate. And I'll try and help you. I'll have a bite of my cabano whilst I wait for your response. Response. Come on now. Cabanos, by the way. Big shout out to the Cabano. Not gonna tell me. Cat is a UK thing. No one, I don't understand what's going on. Okay. So now I've got you. Okay. So great aunt. Okay. So Madeleine McCann's great aunt has told court she was stunned when an alleged stalker attended an annual vigil for the missing girl. Jeanette Kennedy, who is Kate McCann's aunt, told Leicester Crown Court she would not accept that Julia Vandel was her missing great niece when she approached her on the 3rd of May last year. The 3-year-old disappeared on the 3rd of May 2007, and her parents left her asleep in the holiday apartment in the Portuguese resort of Praia da Luz. Throughout the trial, the court heard that Vandel, 24, also allegedly called and messaged Kate McCann, Madeleine McCann's mother, 60 times in a day. Okay, if that's what it says, that's what it says. Appearing in court on Friday, Miss Kennedy said that Vandel confronted her and gave her an envelope with information that would prove she was Madeleine during the yearly gathering at Rothley, Leicestershire. She said that she was Madeline and that she was sorry that the McCanns weren't there. The great aunt said, hang on. She said she was Madeline and that she was sorry that the McCanns weren't there. Okay. The great aunt said, but she wished me to give them some information. She had presented me with in an envelope with information in that would prove she was Madeline. I was rather stunned by her approach. I looked at her and thought, she's not Madeline. There's just no way she could be Madeline at all. Oh, here we go.
Madeline is a beautiful.
Okay, here we go.
Madeline is a beautiful, bright, funny and caring little girl.
At the height of the search for her daughter in Portugal, Kate McCann was front and centre, clutching 3-year-old Madeline's toy. She was desperate to find her. Nearly 2 decades on, it remains one of the UK's longest-running missing persons cases. Artists created images of what Madeline looked like as she grew up, but it's alleged that one woman decided to try to convince the McCanns that she was their daughter. Julia Wandelt, who is 24 and from Poland, is on trial for stalking them. It's alleged she sent incessant messages to them,
wow,
even turning up at their house in December 2024. Kate McCann told the court, "I pulled up on the drive. It was really dark. It was the weekend. We had the gales. I was opening the boot to get something out and I heard someone say, 'Kate.' I knew it was someone behind me, but I didn't know who it was. She called me Mum, I think. She was asking for a DNA test. Why won't you do a DNA test?" And pleading with me. Mrs. McCann said Wandelt was with co-defendant Karen Spragg from Cardiff, who was described as more aggressive and said, "Don't you want to find your daughter?" Kate McCann, who was giving evidence from behind a curtain, said she felt distressed. She managed to get inside the house and lock the door. At times, the defendant Wandelt, as she listened to the evidence, appeared to cry. She later shouted, "Why are you doing this to me?" as she left court. Every year in the McCann's home village of Rothley, there is this vigil for Madeline. At one of these poignant gatherings, it's claimed that Wandelt turned up looking for the McCanns and constantly tried to contact them. Jerry McCann told the court, "Kate was upset. I was getting frustrated and angry that these calls were coming. The phone went and I picked it up and answered it. I said, 'You're not Madeline. Please stop calling,' and then hung up very, very quickly. I made it very clear these were unwanted calls. To be honest, it was a bit of a blur." Both Wandelt...
Is that what you said, or did you actually say something along the lines of where do believe that? Or is that more along the lines of what you said?
and Spragg deny stalking the McCanns. The trial continues. Lisa Dowd, Sky News, Leicester.
All right. So let's continue. Mrs. Kennedy said that when Wandelt said she was Madeline, with the color of your skin, you are what is it? Also, like, am I living in the Twilight Zone where when people turn around and like, oh, you can't possibly be Madeline, she was born in the UK and you're Polish? Like, am I stupid here? Am I the dumb one in that scenario where that entire statement sounds just like the most moronic way of trying to get your point across that somebody is or isn't someone? I don't get how somebody who's in the UK can't look like somebody who's grown up in Poland. It makes no sense to me. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, if it was a skin tone part of the world where people have vastly different skin tones to other parts of the world, that would be a bit more obvious. She added the eyes as well. The eyes did not look like Madeline's eyes. Nah, did they not? Nah. Okay. That's what it says, Ron. That's what it says. We can't comment on anything else other than what it says, because if I was to comment, it would be something like, and I done a video where you can see nonsense. The alleged stalker from Lubin, southwest Poland, the alleged stalker from okay, that's good. Okay, is on trial with Karen Sprague, 61, of Cardiff. They both deny the court of stalking Kate and Jerry McCann, causing serious alarm and distress between that day on the screen. Oh, let's keep going. Madeline's sister. Why are you doing this to me? Madeleine McCann's sister. Madeleine McCann's sister. Creepy. There we go. So I think this is from the either. Why are you doing this to me? Women accused of stalking McCann's outburst in court. This was the first one. This was the one I was looking for at the beginning. So this was day one of the trial, I do
Kate
believe.
McCann gave evidence behind a curtain at the trial of the two women
I'm not being funny. Why does she look like she is AI?
who
Like, I'd struggle to believe this wasn't just a generated woman. And then that's no criticism. It's the ADHD.
are accused of stalking both her and her family, and she painted a picture of receiving incessant messages from one of them, Julia Wandelt, who's 24 and from Poland, and who claims to be Madeleine McCann. Now, in December 2024, Kate McCann told how she and the co-defendant, Karen Sprague,
Also, like and subscribe this live stream, or I will come and ask you for a DNA test at your house.
turned up at the McCann's home in Rothley in Leicestershire. It was night time. Kate McCann was just getting out of her car. She heard someone refer to her as mum and request a DNA test. Now, she managed to get into the house, unlock the door behind her, but she felt very distressed by what had happened. And as she gave evidence in court, at times the defendant, Julia Wandelt, looked to be crying, and as she left the court on one occasion, she said, "Why are you doing this to me?" Now, later on, Jerry McCann, Kate's husband, gave evidence. He said, "Kate was upset. I was getting frustrated and angry that all of these calls were coming. The phone went and I picked it up and answered it. I said, 'You're not Madeleine, please stop calling,' and then hung up very, very quickly." Now, the couple eventually decided to tell police what was going on. The two defendants deny stalking, and the trial continues tomorrow.
All right, so that was day one of the trial, which is old news, but I thought we'd just get that one done. So this is 2 days ago. Madeleine McCann's sister tells a trial of creepy messages from women claiming to be missing girl as it happened. The trial of two women accused of stalking Madeleine McCann's family continues in Leicester Crown Court. Madeleine McCann's sister, Amelie, was told the court one of the defendants who claimed to be her missing sister sent her distressing messages. Catch up on the evidence so far below. I will do. Thank you very much for that.
Kate McCann spoke very softly in court as she gave evidence from behind a curtain in the trial of two women who were accused of stalking her and her family. Now, she said that one of the women, Julia Wandelt, who's 24 and from Poland, had managed to get
Can I just say as well? Oh no, I can't. I can't.
hold of her mobile phone number and was messaging her, claiming to be her missing daughter, Madeleine McCann. She was also demanding a DNA test as well. But then in December 2024, she and her co-defendant, Karen Sprague from Cardiff, both turned up at Kate McCann's house. It was dark. She was getting out of the car. She heard Julia Wandelt refer to her as mum, and Sprague says, "Don't you want to find your daughter?"
Are these different days? Is this woman wearing the same outfit every day at court? What is going on here? Why is this woman in the same blouse? Like 3 days in a trot. Let's not question that, Ron. That's not what we're here for. Okay. Oh, she's still talking. Sorry.
To her. Now, she was very distressed by this. She managed to get into the house, close the door, lock it, and then a short time later she actually received a letter from Julia Wandelt which started "Dear Mum" and signed off "All my love, Madeleine." At times during Kate McCann's evidence, we heard Julia Wandelt sobbing in court, and as she was led out on one occasion, she said, "Why are you doing this to me?" Now, both women deny stalking, and the trial continues.
All right. Have I seen the Richard D. Hall on the McCann story? I don't know. Possibly. I don't know, though. Maybe not. I'm just checking on your side chat here. What's like? So I don't want to be. I don't want to go to jail for contempt of court. That's why. You know what I'm saying? One slip up. If I was to say jail or right to jail, if I was, but if I said straight to jail, right to jail, overcook the chicken, straight to jail, undercook the fish, believe it or not, straight to jail. Okay, get the point. All right, what is all this? Jerry McCann told Stalker you're not Madeline. Kate McCann recalls final straw that led her to contact police. Okay, let's find out about the final straw that led her to contact the police. Oh, holy moly. Ron, do you think you in a... Do I think what? That is a Ron. That's as if I've typed that out myself. It kind of makes sense, but it could mean two things, Buck. Beady beady. All right. Beady beady. G-Buck. What we heard from Kate McCann over the 3 hours of questioning. Okay. With Kate McCann's evidence after more than 3 hours, here's a recap of what we heard from this morning, which was the 8th of October. Is that? Okay, so we're going to get it all. All right, brilliant. Apparently, there's something called live coverage that I've just realized that these news reports do that just gives me the full story. Yep, this is my job. What we heard from Kate McCann said her first contact with defendant Julia Vandell, who allegedly claimed to be her missing daughter Madeline, occurred about 3 years ago. The court played a voicemail left from Julia to the McCanns. McCann said the final straw that prompted her to call police was when Vandell reached out to the McCann's daughter. Oh! Interesting. She said she was relieved when she heard Vandell had turned up to a vigil marking Madeline's disappearance in May 2024, as she was not there to see her. But McCann then recalled the moment Vandell and second defendant Karen Sprague turned up to their house on the evening of 2024. The court also heard that the contents of a letter posted through the McCann's door the day after the encounter, which said, "I'm your daughter." After McCann had given her first round of evidence, Vandell was led away from the court after sobbing loudly and shouting, "Why are you doing this to me?" I'm imagining. I just want to just keep that one day with the same outfit. Latest from court, defendant Julia Vandell was allegedly claimed to be Madeline McCann and Karen Sprague trying to give McCann. Emily McCann. Okay. Thanks for following. Okay. This morning we heard from Emily McCann, who spoke on the video link from another location, and Shaun McCann, whose statement was read out into the courtroom. Linda McQueen and her daughter Ellie McQueen, close friends of the McCann family, also gave evidence. Of course, everyone. Let's get everyone involved, mate. Is anybody here? Put a 1 in the side chat if you yourself are going to give evidence, because it's a free for all. Do you know what I'm saying? Nothing. All 4 witnesses spoke about allegedly receiving messages on social media from Julia Vandell, a 24-year-old defendant who claimed she was Madeline McCann. She's on trial with Karen Sprague, 61. Okay, court finishes for the day. Witnesses' messages from the defendant were triggering and unnerving. Witnesses say messages from defendant were triggering and unnerving. Straight to jail. You cannot make someone feel triggered or nervous. Straight to jail. Straight, bam, 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 jail. Mad. And I'll be back in a minute, everybody. Just give me 2 seconds. Like, 1 moment, please. All right. 1 minute. God, if I come back and anyone talks about dead air, there's going to be trouble. Thank you very much for that. All right. The messages show Van allegedly asking for McQueen to contact Kate and Jerry McCann on her behalf to run DNA tests, and her insisting that she has childhood memories as Madeline. McQueen says the messages were upsetting and very triggering. Okay. McQueen, it does make you feel sorry for her. Maybe she was unwell. It's trying to get to your heart. She says the opening of one of the messages, which reads, "Hello, I know you are Kate's best friend," was unnerving. What? Do you know, greeting someone politely and then factually stating a fact is a hate crime. That is what you would call a violent act. That is sarcasm. Kate McCann's lifelong friend describes overwhelming messages from Wandelt. Linda McQueen says she's known Kate McCann for 55 years. They used to live on the same road in Liverpool and went on holidays as family together. Oh, well, you're lucky. You're lucky when you were on those holidays as kids. None of the parents there left you while you went out for pass. Mate. Okay. Ron McCann's embedded confessions. Oh, I will. I may have already seen it, dude. I may have already seen it. Nicolette, calling you dude. Nicoletta, actually. Nicoletta sounds like a collaboration between like Nicorette gum and like Clarette the Mints. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Limited time only, Nicolettas. Yeah, I may have already seen it, but I could be wrong though. If it's a new one, I've not seen it. Put it that way. How about that? That's the best way to put it. Asked to describe the nature of the contact between Van and McQueen calls it very persistent contact and very overwhelming. She says she received messages on Facebook in August 2024. Hang on 1 second. That's my neighbor. Thank you. Have a good night. My neighbors are awesome, by the way. Big shout out to the neighborhood. You're Italian, Ron. I am also half Italian. Come stai? Eh? Come stai? That's where it ends. McQueen says, asked to describe the nature of the contact. Okay, yeah. She says she received messages on Facebook August 2024 and did not become aware of the messages until February 25 as it had been. That is like when you contact Ron. That is literally, put a 1 in the side chat if this exact analogy applies to you when you've tried to contact Ron. And I'll be honest, if you sent it in August 2024 and I get it in February 2025, that's a vast improvement for Ron. Okay? A vast improvement. Okay. She wanted to get through. Also, as well, Nicoletta, my real name's Rocco. Rocco Antonio Vicente. Rocco Antonio Vicente. Gnocchi. Rigatone. Okay. McQueen says she was prompted to check her spam inbox after being told by her daughter, Ellie McQueen, that Vandel had contacted her the same way. I was a bit confused how she got through to Ellie. I was shocked. I felt quite upset by that. Listen. Do you know what Facebook is, right? Do you know what social media is, right? Is your daughter by any chance probably slapped all over your social media? Let us contemplate that for a moment, shall we? Shall we? Shall we contemplate? I think we should. Let's contemplate, okay?
Daddy, chill.
You chill. You chill.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Let's continue. At this point, she says she discovered a second message sent in February 2025. Vandel asked to speak to her barrister. Before we can hear the next witness, Julian Vandel has stood up and asked to speak to her barrister. He speaks to her briefly and she sits down again. Linda McQueen is then called and sworn in. Court is back in session. Oh man, it's just going to go. It's just going to be like the Diddy case. Okay, this is the chunky one. Read the chunky ones. What we heard from Ellie McQueen. Ellie McQueen said that she knew McCann family her entire life and described Mallory McCann as her little sister before the disappearance in 2006. Screaming like a little sister. She said messages were sent to her by Vandal on Facebook using a profile named Julia. Julia were relentless. All right, well, that is easily read off a screen. Is what that's easily. I am like Neo in the Matrix with my own words. She said Vandal seemed upset and aggravated and sent her DNA evidence that she was Maddie, which were passed on to the police. The court saw screenshots and apparent messages sent on Facebook from Vandal to McQueen, in which she said she remembered life with the McCann family. Other messages, she claimed that she had the same spot in her right eye, that lots of the same moles as Madeline, adjourned for lunch, found out her name was on the spot in the right eye. The court is showing screen recordings of alleged messages. Okay, we know all this. I feel like we're reading the same thing over and over. Okay. Upset, aggravated messages. Okay. Okay, okay. Give me a second. Wow, man, they've really covered it here. Are we going the other way now? Are we going opposite? Are we going the opposite way now? Why is this the 8th of October? Oh, wow. Why you can trust Sky News? Like that, do you know, that is like that advert that used to be on the TV in America of like, do you know where your kids are? Yeah, Julia's still in jail, mate. She ain't free. Still in prison. Right, that just confused me now. Madeline McCann's sister tells court stalker sent. Okay. She clearly edited the pictures to make me look more like her, which was disturbing, Miss McCann told the court. I didn't look like that, and I knew it had been changed. Interesting. Do you know, I've got a big list that I'm keeping of things I want to double check. Okay. I can say that. That's allowed to be said. It doesn't mean I'm talking about this case. Madeline McCann's sister said her family alleged stalkers sent creepy messages about her flashbacks and edited image to try and show family resemblance. Emily McCann told the court Julie Vandal was desperate to convince her that she was missing child. Memories included playing Ring a Ring a Rosie as a child. The court heard Vandal allegedly sent 20-year-old numerous social media messages and letters. The first in January 2024 allegedly read, "I know so many things. I don't know if this is real. Account for Emily McCann, but I can tell you my memories." Damn, I need a drink. Hang on. Like and share, please. Also, there's 2 different ways you can come and join the show this evening. If you'd like to come and discuss any points, you can come and join me on Discord and join the Be on the Showroom, or you can click the link in the description that will bring you to the panel where you can discuss things there. Both of the links are in the description, and you're welcome to come and join me now. So, however, Madeline's sister told the trial that Vandal had sent persistent messages urging her and mother to take DNA tests, as well as images that were clearly altered or edited. Okay. In one instance, she allegedly printed pictures of herself and Emily McCann and sent them to family home address. Separate online messages are said to have shown the images of her and Vandal side by side. She clearly edited the pictures to make me look more like her, which was disturbing. Miss McCann told the court, "I didn't look like that, and I knew that it had been changed." Oh, spicy meatballs. She is a Polish and has a Polish family. Yeah, okay. Like, I don't mean to sound. Oh, dude. Do you want me shall I just ruin? Do you want me just to? I tell you what. I'm going to leave that up on the screen so I don't forget, and then we're going to delve into that next. Okay. I strongly suggest, I am rich lol, that you go and pour yourself a $300 or $400 shot of your finest low run finest cask single malt whiskies and get yourself prepared, because this is a colon destroyer that is heading your way. Emily McCann gave evidence remotely on Thursday. We know all this too. It shows you the lengths she would go. Hang on. She told the court that she was scared by a message from Vandal, which allegedly stated she would do whatever to prove my identity as Madeleine. It shows the lengths that she would go to try and get heard, which is a bit scary because you don't know what she would do next, said Miss McCann.
Kate McCann spoke very
Honestly, how many blouses?
softly in court as she gave evidence.
She must bulk buy these blouses
From behind a curtain in the trial of two women who were accused of stalking her and her family. Now, she said that one of the women, Julia Wandelt, who's 24 and from Poland, had managed to get hold of her mobile phone number and was messaging her, claiming to be her missing daughter, Madeleine McCann. She was also demanding a DNA test as well. But then in December 2024, she and her co-defendant, Karen Spragg from Cardiff, both turned up.
We'll get to Wales, okay? Refresher. I've got a theory about Wales.
At Kate McCann's house. It was dark. She was getting out of the car. She heard Julia Wandelt refer to her as Mum, and Spragg says, "Don't you want to find your daughter?" to her. Now, she was very distressed by this. She managed to get into the house, close the door, lock it, and then a short time later she actually received a letter from Julia Wandelt which started "Dear Mum" and signed off "All my love, Madeleine." At times during Kate McCann's evidence, we heard Julia Wandelt sobbing in court, and as she was led out on one occasion, she said, "Why are you doing this to me?" Now, both women deny stalking, and the trial continues.
Yes, it does. Okay. Okay. She said that she had blocked Wanda on multiple social media sites, but her alleged actions were the hardest for her mother, Kate. It definitely took a toll on her and her well-being, because all the time her phone would be going off and it would be Julia, she said. If there was only some way you could stop someone from calling your phone. Oh, it's such an oversight by all manufacturers of mobile cellular devices. If only there was a way. God damn it. Following the alleged December visit by Wandel and her co-defendant, 61-year-old Cardiff woman Karen Spragg, who also denies stalking, Miss McCann said she returned home from university and her parents had strengthened security. Of course, because this is the face of a woman you need to strengthen security over. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Come on now.
And his name is John C.
Just saying, mate. That is the face of terror right there. That you're going to have to get multiple guards, a couple of those Hummers with the freaking Gatling gun, the big mini guns on top of them in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Whew. Same as Julia's, man. I'm just saying, man. Words are violent assaults. They had told her there was an alarm we could press and alert the police. What? Oh, okay. So they fitted an alarm in the house that calls the police. Okay, fair enough. Upsetting in this part. Amelie's twin, Shaun McCann, also gave evidence via a written statement in which he said Vandel had caused a great deal of stress. Excuse me. He said her claim to be his sister was upsetting and deeply disturbing, but that he felt guilty for feeling that way as he believes she might be suffering from a mental health condition. However, he added, she is fully aware she is not Madeleine, yet makes these claims she is. That will be very upsetting for me. Shaun, 20, told the court he had also received Instagram messages from Vandel, but immediately blocked her. And now immediately blocked her. I wonder, that's such a smart thing to do. So smart. He said her claim to be his sister was upsetting and deeply disturbing. However, he added, if she is fully aware she is not Madeleine, yet makes these claims that she is, very upsetting for me. Shaun 20 told the court, received an Instagram message and found out and immediately blocked her. Man, I wonder what high level of security training he went to in order to activate such a niche capability. I'm just saying. That's the right way to go around doing things if you do not want someone to cause you more distress. Do you know what I'm saying? Friends of the McCann's Ellie McQueen was the final witness on Thursday morning and said the vandal had sent her relentless message online. She told jurors that the first was told on Facebook on June 24. On profile Julia. Miss McQueen said that Vandal asked for help to contact McQueen. Seemed to know Mum was very close to Kate. The court. She was trying to send me DNA evidence. To say she is Maddie. She told the court, adding that Vandal seemed upset and aggravated. One message allegedly sent by the defendant asks why Kate and Jerry McCann did not turn up to the vigil for Madeline in their village, which she attended. Another message Vandal allegedly said she remembered the life of Kate and Jerry McCann and even claimed to have some of the same spot in the right eye. Well, look, we looked at that evidence about the eye, and you're all able to make up your own mind. And that's all I've got to say about that. And the trial continues, basically. So, what do you all think? Put a 1 in the side chat if you live in the UK and you're planning on going on holiday this year. All right. You're thinking, hey, I'm going to pack up my little bags. I'm going to fly out to Spain or maybe Italy. Going to have me a good time. Well, make sure you get to the airport 5 or 6 hours early, everyone. Make sure 5 or 6 hours early.
New border system comes into force. The entry-exit system affects UK travellers going to the Schengen area, which consists of 29 European countries, including Spain, Portugal and Italy. Passengers will now have to register their fingerprints and...
I'm sorry? The passengers will have to what, mate?
In Portugal and Italy. Passengers will now have to register their fingerprints and take photographs to enter and are being warned to expect queues of up to 4 hours. And if you're travelling...
Sweet, no big deal there. Nothing suspicious about that whatsoever. That's totally fine, mate. Just for if you're a UK citizen. Okay? My God, if only someone had done that with our own borders. If only someone had thought that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's just hear that again.
To Europe from tomorrow, leave early and be prepared for long delays as a new border system comes into force. The entry-exit system affects UK travellers going to the Schengen area, which consists of 29 European countries, including Spain, Portugal and Italy. Passengers will now have to register their fingerprints and take photographs to enter and are being warned to expect queues of up to 4 hours. And if you're travelling to Europe from tomorrow, leave early and be prepared for long delays.
Everybody got that now? Is that burned in everyone's mind? Is that sear? Are you replaying her words in your head right now? Because I am. So, it can't get any worse though, right?
This one Coca-Cola Classic is 1 glass only. Based on new government laws, we've had to limit Coca-Cola Classic to 1 glass per customer. Still thirsty? Help yourself to any of our low-sugar, fizzy, bottomless soft drinks. Well, I've just had my first Classic, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to live on the edge. I hope I don't get arrested for this, but I'm going to go for my 2nd glass of fizzy Coke.
My goal for 2025 is to be the first person arrested for binge drinking Coca-Cola in a Nando's. Okay? It's going to happen, baby. I'm heading for it.
Dearie me. Imagine that. Imagine a fully grown adult not being able to make their own decisions as to what type of drinks they're allowed. I mean, you know, what is this? Are we in North Korea? Where are we? Absolutely absurd. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's my 2nd glass. God forbid.
So yeah, just so everyone is fully aware, they passed a law, okay? A law that you're allowed 1 sugary beverage. There's no way they've done it to freaking hot chocolate too. Are you for real? Listen, if you're like skiing, right, like at Hill End in Edinburgh, okay, and it's wintertime, the first hot chocolate doesn't even count. The first hot chocolate just goes down as like a health and safety factor, okay? Because you might get the sniffles. You know what I'm saying? The sniffles. And they now want to, exactly, Freebie, you nailed that. Your fingerprints and mugshots will now be taken upon entering one of these countries. We're looking at digital IDs rolling out to facilitate a second wave of a global fraudulent money washing scam of the century, allegedly. We've got the fear of the dystopian Orwell existence that is coming into play more and more as time ticks and ticks away. And what's next, everyone? What's next? Mugshots and fingerprints, one glass of fizzy juice or fizzy drink. Like, what is going on? Do you know, I've just got this vision of like people 100 years from now sitting in a high school doing a history lesson. And there's two different versions of that history lesson in my head. One that talks about the revolution that took place, and another one that talks about the fantastic changes that were made, that were ushered in this era, that have kept us safe and secure. But you know, you're now only getting 3 colas per week. Okay, 3 colas per week, and you're only getting those colas if somewhere happens to sell them within 15 minutes of your property. Yeah, listen, I'm not being funny. If we're eating people, right, I just want to know about it. I want to make an informed decision. Okay, that's all. As a consumer, I want to be able to make a informed decision. Right? Do you know, it's so funny, right, Guided Phoenix, because I've been on the internet for quite a while now, and I've seen Photoshop go from the one piece of software that everyone downloads and then tries to get a crack for because no one's going to buy it, to being a rented service, okay? And I thought that was a bit of a chancy shenanigan-y move. It made it very affordable and opened it up, and obviously did do wonders for Adobe. But everything followed in suit. Like, everything followed in suit. Let's switch it all to Iron Brew. Iron Brew's got even more sugar, all right? And whatever the orange dye is in Iron Brew will stain a white ceramic tile, right? It will just, whatever the ceramic tile is covered in to make it all shiny, it's staining it. I am so needing to deal with this lighting. Yeah, we can just go with moody Ron. Is what we can do. All right. What other fun stuff? There is a continuous push, okay, throughout the UK right now to push through further legislations under the guise of keeping our children safe, under the guise of registering our children as products upon their birth, and using that information. Definitely not going to use that information for the following things, such as deciding the fate of your children, what schools they could go to, or perhaps what jobs they would be allowed to have, and all of this based off of their social or online profile. Does anybody remember the episode of Black Mirror with the you know, everything can change in just one bad day, and it's the woman who lives in that society where everybody can see everyone's social or online profile score, and that defines their existence, okay? If you've not seen that one, go give it a watch. Go give it a watch. Why is Ron Swanson here instead of Shaun Attwood? Elite Gamer, you must be new, mate. Ron's been here for about 5 years, pal, okay? I'm the co-host of the channel. How are you? Great to see you here. Ignorance truly is blissful, I see, honestly. So, when's this going to get to a point where people are going to react? Because we're at the boiling point already. We're at the boiling point already with so many things. Okay? So many things. And I am no longer at a stage where I am going to sit here and socially you have opinions that are socially acceptable. Okay. Yeah, Rich, I'm Rich, bro. Like, I am here with you. Like, I'm having grown-up thoughts that I don't want to be having. You know, like genuine concern and fear. You know, and that is never fun. Never fun. But I hear you, bro. I'm the same. I am the absolute same. And, you know, we can talk about preparedness. We can talk about revolutions and have daydreams and fantasies. But the actual practical implication of the life-altering effect of revolution and becoming what is effectively a metaphorical militia isn't the most glamorous, like, outcome for us all. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of mad. You know? Hang on, I need to turn off the giant pumpkin that's behind me. This thing here. It's doing my head in. The noise it makes is like. Also, the floor is lava. Right, I'll be back in a second, everybody. Gotta unplug this guy. Why are you so loud? Oh, that was the light. All right. Oh. All right. Okay. Okay. So, I don't know what you guys are thinking. I'm just going to see if anyone's come and join me on the Discord. Nope, I have no friends. That's fine. So, what time is it? How long have we gone? An hour and 15. Okay. So, one last thing I want to talk about this evening is blackmail. Okay. The Diddy case, the Epstein files, everything that's taken place around the world with this initial marketing structure that there's terabytes and terabytes and hours and hundreds of hours of footage. And this bell that resonates around the world of this theory of a controlling force. All right. We all want to call it the cabal. We all want to give it, you know, the bloodlines, whatever. But currently, the individual who's having the finger pointed at him, he's a, you know, world leader. And they are certainly elites. But they ain't even close to the bloodline level. Do you see what I'm saying? And blackmail and control is how they say the world works. And thanks, Marie. That's great. Marie, I should say. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. And how can we sit here and genuinely swallow down the pill that, don't worry about it, there was nothing illegal going on in any of those videos. It was all downloaded, you know, child abuse material from the internet. Don't worry, guys. I'm Kash Patel. Okay? Excuse me while I go off to the ladies' room and powder my nose. Ha ha! Kash Patel!
And his name is John C.
Oh, Kash Patel. Honestly, you couldn't write a character like Kash Patel. Like, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a Netflix series that would have been made in the 80s that's in the same style of like the Michael J. Fox movie where he goes to the big city and makes it as a powerful businessman at a super young age. I forgot where my analogy was going. Oh, God. I can't even remember who I was talking about. That's how my ADHD works. That everything I was just talking about is now deleted from my brain. A Michael Fox analogy about the Michael Fox. Who was I talking about? Oh, Kash Patel, 100%. You could make a Netflix series that's like an 80s movie about a guy succeeding in the big city way too young, and he's like a slapstick style character. You could see that is Kash Patel. Kash Patel What is going on with Kash Patel? He's about 9 years old. He's about 9 years old, right? He looks like he is constantly just left a locker room and got changed after the gym. You know, when you get changed after the gym, there's a slight like whisper of clamminess on everyone. No one can really get out the locker room without being a little bit clammy because it's stuffy, right? It's stuffy. And he always looks like he's just left a locker. Like he always just looked like he's just panicked and got himself dressed. If any of you's like, maybe your wife's gone away for the week and you know she's due back on Friday and you know you've got shit to do, but for some reason you just sit there and don't do any of it. And then you hear the key going in the door 3 hours early. The speed in which you move to deal with that is how Kash Patel lives his life. Like a paranoid husband as their wife comes home too early. He's just, I don't get it. I don't get why we have got a leader of the FBI going on podcast casting tours for the first time in history. I don't get it. He always looks surprised. Yeah, that's an easier way. But see, that's the right way of giving that analogy. It took you 4 words. Okay, Ron had to argue with himself, forget what he was talking about twice, and go through a small amount of serious anxiety because I'm live on the internet and my brain's deleted everything I was talking about. Do you know what I'm saying? Wow, trying to be hip. There is a word you don't hear every day. That is, don't be a square. You know what I'm saying? Well, there's somebody else that's saying they're hip. Oh wow! All right. You're all in this together. Okay, I'm here. I hear you. I hear you. Corporate greed. That is exactly the analogy. Yes, correct. I just can't use that word, but yes. Just joined. Have I missed Julius? Yeah, you missed Julius. I was Dominique. All I can do is go over what is publicly reported on in the news currently. Otherwise, everything I say sounds like this. Because they're not messing around in this case with people yapping on the Weber web. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So, why yoy being so good? Why yoy being so good, Ron? Why does that sound like a wish.com title of a product? The way that sentence was. I'm telling you, man. Get your wish.com Ron now. Is that law in the UK? Which point are you on, mate? I don't know which point you're on. Let me know. Which law are we talking about? Which point are you talking about? I beg your pardon. Didn't the court drawing of Amelia look like Julia? Could have been. I'm not going to give an opinion on something because I would hate to give an opinion on something that is currently actively in court and in any way, shape, or form be seen as trying to mislead or misinform. I'm simply here to report on what is public. Nailed that. Nailed that. Okay. Yeah, you come forth. You're absolutely like you're on one tonight, my G. I'm here for it. Is it a jury trial? I think it is. I think it's a jury trial. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe. Why are you asking? I don't know. Why are you asking me? What are you trying to get me to say here? What are you fishing for? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I think it is. Possibly. Must be. Maybe. I don't know. I assume so. But then I don't know. So who knows? But possibly. What else? I don't know. New energy in this house though, man. I'm telling you, I've moved stuff around. The vibes changed. The energy's good. I'm feeling fresh and funky. Obviously, there's a few more tests that need to be done for what I'm trying to achieve with this new setup. Because I want to be doing longer live streams where you guys are suggesting the topics that we look into, and I'm recording content while we're live. And then while we're live, I can be uploading videos of what we're reporting on and things like this. Because streaming is very different from a podcast or a live show. And I consider myself currently very much a streamer. Can you be more vague, please? Yes, actually. I mean, I really can. I really, really can. It will be a boring live show. It will be so boring, mate. But yeah, of course I can. Of course you can always be more vague. I could just stand here and say nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? I could explain to you the things I know that I can't talk about through interpretive dance. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I could, but I'm not gonna. That would be super vague. In fact, do you know what I could do? I could spend the next few years learning and mastering the fine art of Braille, okay? And I could release everything I know in a massive Braille-only format. And that would be, for anyone who can't read Braille, just a nightmare. Also, big shout out to Braille, okay? Because blind people be reading with their fingers, yo. Like, blind people be reading with their fingers. Mad. I mean, just because I've tried it. I've touched Braille, and I'm like, nah. How though? How are you doing that? And can you imagine if you were a grafter for like 30 odd years, had pure stone hands? Your hands are like, you know, the heel of Gandhi, right? Like they're just badass. And then you go blind. And now you're trying to read Braille through a thin coating of exoskeleton. Do you know what I'm saying? Damn. The last time I spoke to Julia was yesterday. And she was way beyond chipper. Like she was a very positive young lady. Let's just leave it at that. What about Morse code? Morse code doesn't even come into the same league as Braille. Morse code is just flashy, flash. We can all learn Morse code. Easy. We can all learn Morse code. Braille is a madness. I wonder if there's any blind people who also don't have any arms who've mastered reading Braille with their feet. Because even the people who are blind with arms who read Braille are going to be like, damn. I'm just saying. There's definitely someone who's doing it. You know there is. You know they were on an episode of Wogan in the 90s as well. You know that. You know it. Man, we are on one this evening. About DNA, I can't talk about that either. Ron, moving on. I've already forgotten what we were talking about, mate. I'm not going to lie. I was shouting about something. And I was really, whatever it was I was just talking about, my heart was in it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Too much noise here. There's a volume control, mate. Right? It's going to blow your mind. You have the power, Lynn, to set your own volume. What? What, mate? I know. I am very loud, though, so I do apologize. It's not going to get any better. And, yeah, sadly, you're stuck with me. But I think the whole way that Julia's case... No. I'm not giving my opinion. Right, we're moving on. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Let me look up some stuff. If there's some stuff that you guys feel like we should be looking at or I should be covering, throw me out some topics and we'll go and have a little look and see what we can find. Also, if any of you are up for having a bit of a party this evening, I'm going to play some face-melting nostalgic bangers from the late 90s, taking us up to current face-melting bangers, and have a couple of glasses of wine before I go to bed and belt out some absolute shenanigans. Something about the Welsh woman. Hang on a second. Ron, you were going... Oh, I lost it. You were going to say something about the Welsh woman. I have no idea who the Welsh woman is. Oh, you mean Karen? Oh, I've already forgotten, mate. You got no chance. That's gone. Tim Westwood, sold. Okay. This is mental, by the way. Like, this is proper mental. Former Radio 1 DJ. They missed out 3 letters from this. Can anyone tell me the 3 letters that comes before Radio 1? Come on. What are the 3 letters? I'll wait. In fact, you know what? The crows can caw whilst I wait on you people. You ready for this? All right. Wow, that was really short. Magical sprinkles. Okay, correct, Mr. Steve. Oh no, actually, Mr. Steve, it was Dan. Dan got there first. Oh, Dan, that's not very polite, mate. Jeez. We're just going to come to a point, Dan, where if I click on that, social media is going to ban me because those two fingers, there's like a hate crime. Do you know what I'm saying? Not yet, though. Not yet. All right. So, former Radio 1 DJ Tim Westwood charged with 4 counts of horribleness. Ex-BBC Radio 1 former Capital One extra DJ Tim Westwood has been charged with 4 counts of R. The Metropolitan Police has said. 68-year-old has also been charged with 9 counts of indecent assault on 2 counts of SA. Wow. So 2 R's, 2 SAs, and then 9 indecent assaults. Dunzo. Absolutely dunzo. Do you know what? Hang on a minute. One moment, please. Yeah. So, just in case you're not in the UK and don't know who Tim Westwood is, he was the pinnacle of rap, underground hip.
YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV.
So this is 16 years ago, 82 million views.
Yo, blast me off, Tim.
Where's that boom?
Blast me off, son.
Right now, we're doing this for Beijing, baby. Understand how it's going down?
That's how you talk.
Blasting off right now, son.
Real big, real legendary up in the game. Tripping and swagger.
Just Marshall Mathers. No big deal.
Yeah,
We ready to go in this?
yeah.
Are we swaggered up?
Swaggered up.
Let's do it, baby. Radio 1 West. We understand what's about to go down.
Swag.
Eminem, come on, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so that should like make you understand the levels of this guy, right? He was the scene for a long time. Okay, he thought he was. Okay, but what a creepy person. What am I doing? There it is. Okay, the charges related to 7 women. Oh man, spanning with allegations spanning from 83 to 2016. Mr. Westwood is a Jew. Wow. So let's just say he's 20 years older than me. He would have been 21 in 20, 22, 23 and 83. Mr. Westwood due to appear in Westminster Magistrates Court on 10th of November. He's been charged with the following offences. And do you know what the sad thing is, right? When we hear 7 women, 2 assaults, 2 R's, those are the ones they can prove and have evidence for, right? Like, I mean, I guess you can't really, because it's innocent until proven guilty, right? I guess you can't really be like, there was also 78 other women who were unable to bring their cases to court, if that makes, do you see what I'm saying? I guess you can't really do that, can you? He has been charged with the following offences. In 1983, a 70-year-old girl was allegedly assaulted in the Fulham area of London. In 86, a woman in her 20s was allegedly indecent assaulted. Oh, wow. Are we about to, is this a career path that we're about to see? Are we going to see a career path of horror? Is this going to be an escalation career path? So we've got 2 assaults. Between 95 and 96, a female between the ages of 17 and 18 was allegedly R'd in London. It is also alleged that the same woman was indecently assaulted in the central London at the same time frame. Between a female between the ages of, this is all the same age. Man, oh man, R'd assault in London. 2010, a woman in her 20s was allegedly R'd in London. 2010, a woman in her 20s was allegedly SA'd. 2016, a woman in her 20s was allegedly SA'd. Oh wow. Lionel Idan, Chief Crown Inspector, said our prosecutions have established that there is sufficient evidence to bring the case to trial, and that is the public interest to pursue criminal proceedings. Hell yeah. BBC. It's odd. It's very surprising though, because you very rarely hear of like stories like this coming out of the BBC. They've got their reputation up until this point has been impeccable. It is extremely important that there be no reporting, commentary, or sharing of information online which could in any way produce the... Oh, shit. Okay, just delete. Detective Superintendent Andy Furphy of Metropolitan Police. I would like to make a statement that obviously Tim Wimswood is definitely innocent until proven guilty. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, don't come and arrest me. Mr. Westwood was an early champion of hip hop in the UK and came out public attention when he began hosting the rap show on Radio 1 in 1994. In 2022, following a joint investigation with The Guardian, BBC News Broadcasting Association, accusations of 18 women of predatory and unwanted... Whoa. In 2022, following a joint investigation with The Guardian, BBC News broadcast accusations by 18 women. Alleged incidents from... So all of the ones before 1992 that we heard about aren't included in those 18 women. Damn! Wild. I have no idea. He was... It's this guy here. He was... I played a little video of him with Eminem on one of his shows just to show you how legit he was. You know, he was the sound of hip-hop on the mainstream side of it anyway. Mega household name. Mega household name. Good for you, Jeff. Ron, do yourself a favor and watch the UK's Finish Now on YouTube by the legend that is The Fringe, DJ E Media. Scary, there's more to the story that I'm telling you. I want to get DJ. I want to get, honestly, the man is a legend. I'm a big fan of DJ. I'll have a look, though. I'll have a look. He sometimes is very courteous to streamers by very, very well. He titles his clips very well. So hopefully we might get a little clip rather than having to delve into all. UK is finished. Wow. Oh, no. All right. We'll give it a couple of minutes. Let's have a look. Do we have the most viewed data yet? No, we don't. God damn it. Who is it that suggested this? Do you know if there's any bits you can... Okay, we'll just start in here, actually. We'll give it a few minutes. I'm going to share this as well. He's our boy.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Welcome to Luton. This shit's all it is.
Dave,
I'm a soldier.
I'll
Arrest this man. I'm told up now, mate.
Got you.
Show me your building, man.
I want to talk.
Show me your building.
Fuck.
No,
Whoa. We do not often talk about the dangers of being a YouTuber. We do not often talk about the horrors that can fall upon you. Okay? Because what I just witnessed there... Listen, the joke doesn't work if I can't reset it. Right? If I can't drag this back, the joke isn't going to work. Okay? So if the technology can just... All right, that's fine. I'll wait. Take it. All right, wait for it.
What's your problem? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Welcome to Luton. This shit's all it is.
Dave.
I'm a soldier.
Wait.
Arrest this
Wait.
man. I'm told up now, mate.
Got you.
Show me your building, man.
Did you see that? Wait, we're going to go super slow-mo. Super slow-mo, baby. Wait for it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Yep. Cheeky little fisting, and then talk about your tools. Wait for it. It happens after he brings his hand up. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, look at that. That is like a paranormal orb that has just manifested through this man's face. Okay? Manifested. The spirit. I have exorcised the demons. How small is that guy? Holy shit. What's going on there? Is that a mythical creature caught on film? Because he's the same height as that postmate. Okay? What is going on? Look at that. Look at that spit ratio. That's the dangers, man. That is the danger you don't hear about. Wild.
Want to talk?
Show me your building.
Fuck.
No, I was asking these two.
Oh, you're asking them if they're okay?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No fucking women and children.
There's none.
What is going on? Oh, that was another mythical creature. Did you see that? Did you see that? That was literally the Wish.com version of Hodor.
If they're okay?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Wait for it. These are NPCs. This is World of Warcraft, mate. This is like going around Goldshire, right? And you've got freaking all the different like characters coming up to you. It's whimsical. You know what I'm saying? We seen a hobbit at the start of this. The little guy. It's whimsical, man. This is
No fucking women and children.
There's no.
look at this guy. Look at this guy. He would not look out of place just mulling about under a bridge, making bone bread.
None.
Oh, look at. Why do I feel like this guy's the only person that lives in this area that just so happens to also have been from Scotland? Okay. Also, just needs a cuddle, mate. Oh, is this a roadman? Is that a roadman bag? Right. You cannot be a roadman and have turnips in your jeans. Okay. The two do not make it. Just doesn't work.
Yeah, but you can't put.
Oh, he was mad. Like, you can say what you want about mental health. He was classic mad, that guy.
Yeah, but you can't put.
Classic mad. Mento! Hello, everybody. Look at the shoes, first of all. What is going on here? Okay? This is classic madness. Good old fashion mad.
I'm a policeman. This is a form of grooming, actually. That's what it is.
Me?
Yeah.
You say I'm grooming, man.
This is a form of grooming. It looks like you're being groomed to become drug dealers.
Egypt is good, but no money.
So why is that such a beautiful shot? Like, look at that. That is a beautiful shot. I mean, obviously, the context of the shot ain't great, but what a great shot, man.
Come for the money. I understand. Work or?
I go work. I go back my country.
Work before I'm soldier.
You think there are some people in there that are like
Here, too much
dangerous
Big shout out, Weatherspoons.
people?
soldier people.
There are, yeah.
Don't have the right to record me.
You don't have the right to be here.
Oh!
Why are you covering your face?
And his name is John C.
Yes! Big shout out to the Fringe. Taking no crap, my guy.
Yeah.
I am Egyptian.
Outside, they take bribes from him so that he can locate the drugs. Agree, half of them are spies for Arab countries who come to find out what is going on in the British Empire so they can deliver it to the Arab army. Hey guys, welcome back.
Oh, what? Oh, again, big shout out to the Fringe. I've got a lot of time for DJ Media. He's a legend. Man, what a contrast, right? When you go back and watch his first 5 videos and then go and watch his last 5 videos. It's a journey, man. It's a journey. And you can completely respect the reasons why a lot of these auditors, we call them what you want, I'm just generalizing the term, do take security with them, you know? And I can totally understand it. But we'll play a couple more minutes and then I'll leave you guys to do I know who's a monster? I mean, fraud doesn't really make you a monster, doesn't it? I mean, I suppose it depends who you're fraudening.
We're in Luton today. Ghettos of Luton. We were here not long ago. Already we've got some welcoming people there. Yeah, Ghettos of Luton on a Wednesday. How's it going, guys? All right? What's it like round here for town stuff?
What?
What's it like round here?
Oh, there's another mythical creature right there. I'm pretty sure I fought this guy on the Lich King expansion in World of Warcraft right here.
No, I'm just filming Luton today. That's all right. So
Who's Curtis? Who's Curtis Arnold?
here's the multi-occupancy, massive free housing for the migrants. Look, we came here last time, but just seeing what that shoebox is there.
That is the shoebox of doom right there. That is where all the plans are for the downfall of the world.
Yeah, these guys know from last time, I think. Oh, got a car going in with a personalised reg. Hello, guys. You right?
Interesting. All right, Freebie, we'll have a chat about that.
Free accommodation. Oh. Ah. Lots of people in here, look. Lots of bikes down there. Oh, we've got some delivery bikes as well. I think they're delivery bikes, scooters.
Absolutely nothing suspicious at all here. This looks totally nothing suspicious at all.
Nice use an iPhone on that one there.
Wow.
Easy life. But look at all the bikes.
Well, look, yeah, I mean, the UK is cooked, mate. It's absolutely cooked, and we've let it happen, and we've only got ourselves to blame. So don't let yourself be misinterpreted. Oh, like you have just spawned a side quest. You have just spawned a side quest in me. And I thank you, sir. There's a guy on YouTube that covers all of the stuff that's going on in the UK, in the government, all of it. Hang on. This is great. This is great, right? Like, this is just so good. Give me a sec. I need to get the guy's channel. Here we go. Right, so this is Snap Vibe. Oh, wait, no. This is not the guy. Hang on. I screwed up. I screwed up, everybody. Everybody point and laugh at Ron. What the hell is this guy's freaking channel name? Excuse me while I say, you can blame I Am Rich for this. It wasn't his fault, though. I mean, how could he have known that a one word could have derailed us to this entire length? Where the flippin' flip is it? What's going on? What's going on here? Wait. Oh, I hope the payoff is worth it after I make you all sit here. Why? How is there no search results for shorts? What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? Okay. It's looking good. Here we go. This, I cannot get enough of this. Ciders, it's called, right? I literally cannot get enough of this. Look at how this guy covers what's going on in the UK.
Trying to attack the council estate players have just gotten a massive upgrade again in the New Earth update. So everyone knows that most council estate players got hit with a huge nerf in the 03.25 patch. This is where we've seen most council estate players get banned from doing the PIP benefit coin glitch. Absolutely clapped on. This caused many low-level bots to lose their monthly gold coin income. Well, council estate players are about to start dropping TAC insurgents outside Job Centre because they just got a massive upgrade. The server
There's a couple more I'm going to make these watch, and then we'll
just announced that he will be reverting the PIP coin glitch patch and allowing these benefit warriors to continue their adventure. This means that we should expect to see some major lag in the poor POIs whilst these bots celebrate this update. Good luck and have fun.
Oh.
Council.
Wait.
The capture the flag.
Wait.
The Homeless Clan is one of the worst clans ever to join in the Earth server. But these are the top 3 strats to avoid joining the Homeless Clan. Number 3, avoid enchantment consumables. Enchantment consumables like potions and powder may boost your stats in the short term, but eventually them stats come down. This causes your family clan to kick you from the squad and results in you becoming a toothless character with no base. Number 2, do in-game quests. Many low-level bots choose to free roam with no real quest or end-game goals. This results in the player having no gold and trying to exploit the government with the benefit glitch. Get a job and stop being a useless Number 1. Avoid spawning new characters. Many low IQ duos decide to create a new character in the early game. Stack your gold before deciding to populate the server with more useless characters. Good luck and have fun.
All right, I need to get you a Keir Starmer one, and then we'll nip this in the bud, because it's so entirely accurate. Everything this guy is saying is bang on what is happening in the UK, and he does it in a way that it's just so good. It's just so good. Right, which one am I going to do? Try this one.
Keir the homeless clan.
No, this one.
Keir Starling is trying to attack UK players once again. This is why he's dealing 0 damage and how UK players are getting grief. So everyone knows that UK players have just hosted a massive in-game event in the main London POI. This is where we've seen hundreds of thousands of UK players full rush the London POI to flip the spawn. Well, server admin Keir Starling has just dropped in the chat that all of these players were part of the far-right clan. He even claims that it was a dangerous PvP event because 26 UK players got banned. But when 500 Jamaican players get banned at the Notting Hill Festival for equipping swords, looting other players' inventories, and smurfing on female players, Keir Starling mutes his mic. Obvious team griefing. Good luck and have fun.
Oh yeah, that's I Knew You Were Trouble. Is that one of his song titles? Is there a joke in here that I'm not getting, Lee? I'm assuming there is. I'm assuming there's more to the I Knew You Were Trouble than just his last words. Okay? I'm assuming that. So yeah, you need to go and check out this guy's channel. It turns the trauma of living in the UK into 90-second long palatable pieces of information that have a bit of a comedy twist, you know? Too good. The server admin, Keir Starling. I mean, come on. That is gold. That is gold, people. Gold. Well, listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set up my next live, which will be in 20 minutes. Let me just shut it up now. We'll just reuse this. That's what we'll do. Just reuse all the settings. Oh, no. Oh, excuse me. Okay. It is Saturday and it's for 9:30. And I'll get you a link right about now. So yeah, if you guys want to come and have some shenanigans, here is the link. Thank you all for being here. Please like, subscribe. Make sure you're following me on the ProjectROOQ channel. Make sure you're following Shaun on the Shaun Attwood channel. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone and all your support. I just live streamed all this. It's lucky that that starred out right there. Almost trolls, you little rascals, I'm watching you, you scamps, little scamps. So yeah, thank you all for being here, and I'll see you all tomorrow. In fact, I'll see you all in 20 minutes. What we're talking about? 20 minutes, baby. Okay, bye.